Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play, and guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
This is taken at the 10. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. They start the drive with Peterson. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Back near the goal line, Bradford. And his throw is incomplete.
I wouldn't be shocked at all right now if there's a look of surprise on the big fella's face because he had the route that he wanted, running the corner, and usually he's able to use his body and catch the football, but a really nice play by the defenders, able to knock it away.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the 1st.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you? And fits the exact right words. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football.
Stephon Diggs! Touchdown, Vikings! Stephon Diggs, 62 yards. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control. And how about the end result? A touchdown.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Now a 2nd down throw for Winston. Dancing to his left. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. He is tough to bring down, Jameis Winston. Yeah, Charles, I remember calling a baseball game of his. He played baseball at Florida State, too. And you saw his legs, tree trunks sprayed in to those baseball pants. I said, how could anybody bring this guy down?
And that's part of the beauty of his game because he has that toughness, that thick body. He may not beat you sprinting, but he's real sharp with his mind, and he knows how to get away from people.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. So a big sack on 2nd down. Now let's see what the offense has in store for 3rd. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Bucs in possession of the football as we begin the 2nd quarter. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. 3rd and long for Winston. A dump off to Sims. So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
We know it's tough enough to pick up first downs on 3rd down plays, but when you go for it on 4th down, sometimes you're actually just praying, and on that play, the prayer was answered.
And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it, now the confidence is...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. They find some open field here. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Every now and then, those guys can get lost in coverage. Quarterback didn't see him, perhaps. But, boy, what a pick. And how about the run back?
And now out comes Minnesota. Forbath to add the extra point. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So out come the Bucs now. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Hey, while we have a moment here, wanted to ask you about the Raiders and Texans game. Can you remember a time in the playoffs when you had 2 teams going up against each other with such precarious quarterback situations?
Normally, it is one team, and the other team, that's where the focus is. You remember a few years ago when T.J. Yates was the quarterback for Houston in the playoffs, and he actually won a playoff game. But in this case, as you noted, both of them. Oakland, it looks like it's going to be Connor Cook, the rookie, taking the first snap for them, although Matt McGloin's still a possibility. And then on the flip side, it was announced by Houston that Brock Osweiler's reclaimed the job because of the injury to Tom Savage. You're exactly right. Precarious quarterbacking as they head into the playoffs.
First down, Winston. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go. It's caught inside the 25. 30 yards on the pickup there. And it's good enough for a Tampa Bay first. On 1st and 10, Winston. And Winston lost the football. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Bradford now after the fumble recovery. Over the middle here to Rudolph. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterback Stephon Diggs. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And first, we're going to get a timeout as the defense will talk this over. Now Forbath for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. Forbath to send it away now following the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Jameis to throw it. Buying time to his left. And that incompletion also gives me a chance to ask you about defensive MVPs. You know, I thought that it was going to be Von Miller. He had 13.5 sacks a few games ago, but didn't have any the final stretch of the season. But he still has a possibility.
No doubt. We still have to talk about him. He's one of the best defenders in the league. But how about some other names? Vic Beasley from Atlanta.
Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. And even 50 yards. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping that they make good decisions because so many things can happen that can go wrong when you throw it downfield like that. He got away with it there and in a big way.
Second down here after the incomplete pass. The play fake to Sims. Now Winston on the move to his left. Oh, it was hit at the line of scrimmage and intercepted. Down the numbers. There he goes. It's the linebacker, Chad Greenway, with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
You're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support,